Good morning. I hope
Morning, Don.
hope everybody's feeling good and looking good today.
Hi, Don.
How are you?
I'm very well. Hey, Don, I have a request. Can I go first this morning, please? I've got to go to Auckland today. I've got a big drive ahead of me today.
Certainly, certainly.
Thank you so much.
And let's share the screen here. And here we are. So we'll find yours, Virginia.
Where is everybody?
I've been
That's what I
asking
was wondering.
I've been asking myself that lately.
Oh, we're straight into it already.
Okay. Well, this is a lovely shot. Black on black on black. Wow.
I thought it's either going to work or it's not.
Well, it's dramatic, that's for sure.
That's what I was going for.
So tell me,
Where'd you get the birds?
Sorry?
Where did you get the birds?
I've had them for a while, actually. I imported them from China.
they're really nice.
Oh, good.
Really
I was
nice.
I was of two minds whether to put it in. I thought, oh, I don't know whether Don's going to go for that.
Oh yeah. Yeah. In fact, I think you could probably go a little bit darker in some of these areas here, you know,
Yeah.
and
Uh,
really
it-
let this one thing I really do like the fact that you've got that dark behind the subject. It looks natural in the scheme of things, but it just pulls that necklace, just pulls it right off the back. That's very nice. You could
yeah,
probably go ahead.
it's got a I put in I've got quite a few overlays on top because I did lighten it up a bit because the black was just too strong to my eyes.
Okay. Well, what I'm saying is like from here up through here and into
Dark.
here, this could probably go darker
Oh, okay. Yeah.
because right now it's almost a median. Let's get a gradient going. We got a
Okay.
gradient from here off into the black up here. There's nothing for the eye to look at down here, so we just want to remind them of that. But at the same time, if we can't see this detail, then it's gone too dark. Okay,
Okay.
that's
Yeah.
too black.
Yeah.
Let's keep some detail there. And then in your pendant here, um, it looks very good. It looks like it might be a little gray. Can you bring that up a little bit?
Yeah, it is quite grey. I'd
Oh,
have
is
to
it
get the
in
top.
is it in real life gray?
Yeah, because
Oh,
it's not actually silver, it's solder. Well, it's
okay.
soldering so it's lead.
Yeah. No, then don't because that would we don't want to make it look silver if it's not. We want it to make it look
Okay.
like what it is. Yeah, really cool. And there's no behind the scenes, so you're gonna have to walk us through it.
Okay, well, basically it's back to my light painting again with the torch, and it's basically two shots that I've put together. The bird, two birds I shot separately because I've only got one bird,
Okay.
and the necklace I put in there afterwards.
Okay. Well, it doesn't.
It's
It
all
doesn't.
it's all lit with the same light, exactly the same light with the torch.
Okay. Well, it doesn't look composited. It looks very good. The only part that may, to my eye, look composited is watch. Follow me now. Okay. We have light on the top of this bird, right?
Yeah.
But we don't have a shadow. We need a shadow down here. We need you to burn. We need you to build a little bird shadow, little shadow for his tail, slightly. Just you could probably just do it with the burn tool or something, but slightly. We need to because of this light here. We need to see a shadow of that bird, and it'll instantly look less like the bird is composited in, because none of
He's
this
not.
really looks, huh?
He's not composited, and that is the true lighting. He's actually standing on that hat, and it's all lit in one. It's all
Really?
one shot. Yeah.
So the light is coming from the side then?
Yes. Yes. It's all side lit.
Okay.
If you look very carefully, there is a slight shadow where his feet are, but he's
Uh-huh.
definitely he's in camera with the hat.
Huh. So is
That's why I didn't
is
fiddle
the bird
around.
itself lighter here and then darker back here? What am
Yeah.
I'm seeing as light is really actually the bird itself?
Well, yeah. The lighting is definitely from the left hand side lit. So I sort of just swept the torch down over him.
Okay.
I'm doing hand signals, which you can't see.
Okay. So I see this bird does the same thing. So the bird itself is darker here in the wings.
Yeah, he's got quite a black tummy.
Okay. All right. Well, that to my eye that looks a little odd here, but if that's how you shot it, then that's how you shot it. So
I could Photoshop in a shadow though.
well, I would tell you to maybe just try a little shadow here and see what you think. If it doesn't work, it's on a new layer, take it out.
Okay, no, I can do that.
On the other hand, it's what you shot, so it's very cool. And it's is this toned? Is this duotone back here, or is it black and white behind the necklace? Or is this a full color image?
It's full color. That is because I did it against a black top, velvet backdrop, so that I didn't want any background at all. So just black on black.
Okay. All right. Very nice. What lens?
My 50.
50. Very clean.
Thank
Good
you.
shot, Virginia.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Cool.
Natural light. You can do jewelry, food, everything. I love it.
It was fun.
I love it. And that's something to be that's something unique. It's something to be pretty proud of. That's what they used to do. Was everything was in black and everything was natural light, right? That's the way it was for a long time. And so you're just proving that it still works.
Okay.
Good for you.
Thanks.
Love it. All right. Let's go back up here. Who is next up? It is Carmen. Is Carmen here? No.
I'm here.
Oh. Sometimes you don't show up until you say your name. Isn't that weird?
Ah.
I'm here as well, Don. I joined late, I think. Have you changed hour again in the US?
No.
It's
So
probably
we
just
just
that you started early. Yeah. When I
Yeah.
logged in, you were already talking.
Correct, because I logged 2 minutes to 6 my time, which usually it's at 6.
I may have started early.
All right.
I didn't.
Okay. But we are here anyway.
Yes.
Okay, so Carmen, what is this, Carmen?
That was from a local jeweler advertising a sale. It was a Valentine's Day sale, but that was still on their website. Most of the magazines that I found were for national or international jewelers, so they had very, very, national level professional photography. This was like the closest to. Here, I'll take pictures of my jewelry and put it on my website kind of look.
Okay. Well, it's not terribly good photography, but it's not terribly bad either. So.
I would have thought it would have been closer. I mean, the stuff.
They probably can't get closer because they probably don't have a lens that'll focus that close. right? So they're
Yeah.
stuck. Yours, however, are stunning. Wow,
Thank you.
just beautiful. This week is really going to be tough. Every week I run a couple of pictures from the group on my newsletter. I'm starting to do this, pictures of the week. And the first week I did one. The last two I've done 2 pictures of the week because there's so many good ones. I don't know what to do this week. I got like the morning class before their assignment was shiny objects, and everybody just knocked it out of the park. And then you guys come up with this jewelry stuff. This is top-notch stuff. My goodness.
I actually, Don, I did 3 different versions of jewelry, and this is I didn't do the post-processing on the other 2. I had like 2 different sets, and then I finally settled on this one. I said, I can get this done before the due date. But I had a lot of fun.
Well, this is just really delightful work. Really strong work.
Thank you.
It's supposed to be a critique, so I'm trying to find something that I can critique you for. No, I got nothing. It's perfect.
No way.
Just perfect. Absolutely perfect. Your little dab of light right here, a little dab of light here, this stuff up here, it's just killer. The jewelry looks great. Absolutely great. There's not a jeweler on the planet that wouldn't go nuts seeing their work like this. All the detail, the color, the ridges, the line, everything about it looks good. And then your use of the turquoise is really the only color. It's really, really amazing. This is such good work. Such good work. It's very sophisticated. And I like that a lot. How did you do this? Let's look at your setup here. All right.
It was natural light.
You know how many photographers will tell you can't shoot jewelry in natural light? And now we had 2 photographers come on here and go, oh, yes, you can. Yeah, a good friend of mine, photographer, shoots jewelry all the time. He's insisted up and down, no, cannot do it in natural light. It has to be done in.
Actually, I had a harder time with I did one with studio flashes, and then I did a second one where I was lighting the earring on a person with a flashlight, and that was really hard. Just trying to find the right angle to do that. So this actually was the easier of the other of the things that I did.
Just really lovely. Just really lovely. Now, did you shoot the card in it and then take it out in Photoshop?
Yes.
Very nice.
What was your shutter speed, by the way, Carmen?
Sorry?
Your shutter speed?
Oh, I think on that one, let me check. 1/3 of a second at f/29.
Yeah, because it has that feeling of light painting. It's a really cool shot.
Well, there's many layers in Photoshop here.
f/29. What lens are you using?
The 100 Canon.
The 100L?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it goes to 32, right?
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I have a friend who makes candles, and I thought her candles would make a nice backdrop for the jewelry.
Oh, that's a candle.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was just an old rusted box.
Yeah.
Well, it kind of looks. Her candles are, they have gold on them, and they're really pretty. They're handmade.
You tell your friend I'd buy that candle in a heartbeat. Seriously, I love things. I love things.
I'll let her know. She's got them in black and some.
Are you doing her photography for her? Does she sell online?
No, she was just selling them here locally. She jumps from thing to thing, and she learned. She went to a candle making class, and she jumped, feet first into it, and then people weren't buying them. They're very pretty, but they were also expensive. So that was $35, 35 euro rather, for a candle. So people weren't buying them. So these are sitting in a restaurant on a shelf. So if people see them and want to buy them, they can, but that's about it. She made probably 2 dozen candles, and that was it.
Oh my.
Yeah, because they weren't selling and she needed money. She jumped onto a different.
How did she
money.
achieve her price point?
That I don't know.
See, that would be my first question. How did she come to $35? Because if nobody's buying
35 euros, Don.
35
euros. Yeah, I said dollars at first, but
nobody's buying them. That doesn't mean people are buying candles, right?
Yeah. Well, they were. It could be her time. How much time she put into it. But,
yeah. Yeah, that's always a blind spot that I think photographers and craftspeople have. We have to understand what is the value, perceived value, to the buyer, because that's what they're going to purchase on, perceived value. Really, a portrait by me and a portrait by Richard Avedon is still a portrait. It's a black and white picture. It's printed on paper, right? The intrinsic value of that image is $1, right? But it was taken by me means nothing. Taken by Richard Avedon, all of a sudden that print's worth $5,000. You see what I'm saying? The perceived value. How do you get the perceived value? On candles like this that are $35, 35 euros, I imagine that her value is not the perceived value of other people. They're going to look at it and go, but I can get one of those for 15 euro. So how did that? And that is the magic of production. That's why some things cost less. They can mass produce them or produce them faster. When you're doing it by hand, your perceived value has to be that they're buying some piece of art that they're going to set fire to and melt, which may or may not make financially good sense. But
I didn't think she was. There's like two kinds of, and those of us that live here, as opposed to just visit here, are at a different price point in terms of income than the people that visit and the people that own villas here and come twice a year.
Got it. Yeah.
So she was trying to sell to us guys rather than to those guys.
Well, those guys have the money.
Where are you based, Carmen?
I'm in Antibes, France, near Nice.
Yep, I know.
I have a very very rich friend now who shoots pet portraits in West Palm Beach. And people in West Palm Beach and Palm Beach, the kind of people that he shoots for, they don't think twice about spending $5,000 or $6,000 for a pet portrait. But you're never going to get $5,000 or $6,000 for a pet portrait, even in Scottsdale, Arizona, which is a really ritzy part of Phoenix here. You're never going to get it. It's not going to happen. But in Palm Beach and West Palm Beach, $5,000 is, they don't even round off to that. And so they don't expect to pay less. So you got to know your customer. That's very, very true. Very true. Well, very, very solidly done there, Carmen. That is really, really a great shot.
Thank you.
Be very proud of that. All right. Greg is not here, but I believe Michelle is. All right. Are these rings?
No, it's a bracelet and yeah, and a earring. It's not a good sign if you have to ask what it is.
No. I didn't look at the chain at the end. I thought they were rings for a second. That's a very, very. Of course, it doesn't make sense that they're a ring. They got a thing sticking in the middle. That doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
Wow, that's a really unique bracelet. That's cool.
And it was a pain to shoot, to be honest, because it's full of these small diamonds.
Mm-hmm.
It reflects as hell. It was just tricky.
Yes. Let me ask you this. Why did you choose to shoot it on a medium luminance surface?
Because I wanted to add some contrast to the thing, and I was not really sure what else I could use below the bracelet.
I agree.
I didn't want it on a flat. I didn't want it on a flat surface.
No, the rock is great. What I'm wondering is, though, the rock is so medium toned that it's not giving me a contrast that I would like to see. So, is this still set up?
Nope.
Oh, no.
But I can easily set it up.
Can you do it?
Yeah.
Wet the rock.
Okay.
Make the rock wet. Well, first go and find out if does making the rock wet, does it darken the rock? Because if you make dark red, I got to get the words in the right order. This is for
if I make the rock dark, yeah.
If you wet the rock and it goes dark, two things will happen. You'll get more contrast and you'll get a little bit of reflection because now we have the shininess of the water. And I think that's what we need. It's a little flat for me right now. So let's try that, okay? I love the idea of the rock. That's great. It's a big, massive rock, but it's so big and so within the same luminance that it's not letting the jewelry stand out like you want it to. So you're on the right trail here.
I see what you're saying because the image for me it's too flat.
Is this a very special rock or is this something you just went out and grabbed?
It's a rock I have on top of one of my closets.
It's a decorative rock. You want to keep this rock. Okay.
Yeah, correct.
Okay. I had to do some jewelry, Indian jewelry, and we chose to do rocks. What I did is I went out and got a couple of neat rocks from the side of the road, brought them back, washed them off, and then spray painted them black. Okay. And that turned out really nice. But I'm looking at this rock. I would not want to spray paint this rock. It's a really cool rock. With all the colors and stuff. But, keep that in mind for, stuff that you find. You can always do that. This, I think, if it's wet, I bet it goes 2 shades darker instantly. And that will be all you need to get this ring.
All right. Okay. I will try to reshoot.
Yeah, let's look at what went right though. The ring looks great. You can see the facets in these little. These aren't real diamonds, are they?
Yes, they are.
This is a real diamond bracelet?
Yep. Yeah.
So what's that thing worth?
I have no clue. I don't want to know.
Someone loaned you a real diamond bracelet like this?
No, it was my wife's wedding gift from the parents and uncles because my wife, she's Egyptian and they like these things a lot.
You don't want to know what this cost.
No, I don't want to know.
No. Holy crap. Yeah. Reminds me from that scene in Lord of the Rings when they're talking about a tiny ounce of mithril's worth of king's ransom and Frodo's wearing a whole vest made of it, That looked like, oh, maybe I shouldn't tell him about this. Yeah, very nice.
Right.
Very nice. You're right there, and I really like your idea. Your concept is there. Gonna get that's your lightings. Yeah, you can set this up again. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, it's easy. It's very simple.
Yeah, that's going to make a big difference too. Make a big difference. Love it. Okay. The other thing that's going to happen is we're going to get that nice, where it's wet, we're going to get that nice sheen from the fill card. liquidy highlight that's going to be really, really nice. Keeping it wet while you're laying it out might be tricky, so have a brush, like a soft paintbrush, little, a 1-inch wide paintbrush, ready to brush in the places that start to dry.
Okay.
Very good. And next up,
thank you,
Joe.
sir.
Hey, Don.
Hi, Joe. How are you?
Okay. This is a struggle week. First I tried to shoot, I sent a third picture in with small gemstones again, or small crystals and a cheap necklace. And just trying to get those crystals to show up individually was just a pain in the butt. So then I went to this one.
Okay. You're very far away from First thing I thought was,
okay.
I would have brought this guy down to here and this guy up to here and made your shot
Just
right
tighter.
about there.
Okay.
Because we're so far away, we're not really seeing it. However, I always say back up. The problem is when you backed up, this stuff is so far away that I can't, if I cropped it out, if I moved in, I would lose this. And this is cool.
Right.
And this is cool. I don't want to lose it. Let's just tighten it up. The jewelry looks great, though. The jewelry looks fine.
Yeah, this one photographed a lot better than the other bracelet or necklace did.
You definitely have all the facets and the color. The detail all through here looks very good. What are we dealing with light-wise here?
I dug out probably one of those bad photo purchases. It's Alien B ring light, which I've never used for anything. So I pulled it out of the closet and wanted a small light when I was shooting on the crystals. And I just kept it set up for this one too because the necklace was small. And then behind the scrim is a softbox or strip light turned sideways. Just about the same. That's not showing up in the picture, but it's just about the height of the little bit above the height of the table.
It's interesting you said that about the Alien B, because I have one, and it's still in the box.
Yeah, it's just so awkward to use.
Well, I just don't like the look of it.
Right. So I don't know. I just dug it out and said I'm going to use it.
You know why I bought it, Joe? You know why I bought it? Because everybody else was buying one. Everybody else.
This seemed like about 8 or 9 years ago. That was a big.
That was the thing.
Ring light was a big thing.
And the thing about it that I didn't understand was it had already been a big thing. It was a big thing in 1988 through 92.
Mm-hmm.
It was a huge thing. There was a photographer named Chris von Wangenheim, a brilliant photographer, died too young in an auto accident. But he brought the ring light into the fore. I mean, he shot everything on ring light. And a lot of people started copying him. And then a lot of people moved away from it because after a while, it just becomes kind of dull.
Right.
There's places where it can be used. I think if I was doing event photography, like walking around an event.
Yeah, with a smaller one.
Yeah.
With a smaller. I have one that sits over the top of a speed light, and that's not too bad. Yeah. And then the lens comes through, and that works okay. I've used that more than I've ever tried to use this thing.
However, they make a soft box for this. Buff makes a box for this.
Yeah.
And then it becomes a useful light. I
thought about shooting it through scrims and stuff. I don't know. It's out now, so I might try.
It's a good light. It's a solid light. It's 400 watt seconds?
No, that's 800.
It's 800 watt seconds?
That's 800. Oh, it's an 800. It's their 800 model. I don't know. It might be
model 600.
350.
600. Yeah, that's right. It's 6 something.
600. Yeah, they're top of the line. The 800 was really 600. Their 600 is really 350, and their 400 was 225, something like that.
Something like that.
Guys, I think those Alien B ring lights are 350 watts.
I think you're right, Pierre. I think you're right. Yeah.
Could be.
Yeah, I think now that I think of it, think about it, I think you're right. Right? Yeah, just about
I
400
was
watts.
gonna get one,
What's that?
and I was gonna get one, but I never did. But
No,
I remember the spec on it.
yeah, and I guess if you're a model mayhem shooter or something like that, you could get a lot of use out of it. But I mean,
Yeah, I don't. It was just so awkward and bulky to use.
It'll come back again. You can bring it back.
Sure. Okay.
Yeah, I don't want. Yeah. Thanks, Pierre, but I don't think we want to.
Okay.
So the third shot with this, I was trying to get the facets on this thing, and I tried that light, and I could never get it never would be in focus. Just was never looking right. I tried black cards, silver cards, white cards in the front, on the sides. I don't know. It just never looked right to me.
Well, physically, it has to be in focus.
That's, I've tried. I manually focus, and it looked like it'd be on focus on the back of the screen.
All you have to do is lay something down there. I mean, if
Yeah.
you're shooting this at like f11, it's in focus. It doesn't look like it's in focus because that's what
I know it doesn't.
Yeah,
I know it doesn't. And
it's the same feeling I have with mine, Joe. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Then when you were talking about yours, that's how I felt. It just
Yeah.
did not look right. That's why I just put it in as an extra shot, because I just wanted to talk about it. It was just driving me crazy trying to get it to look like it was in focus. So
Yeah,
I think
I was shooting on f14, so it had to be in focus.
I was at this might have been 16.
They bounce the light. The facets bounce the light, and so because the light's bouncing inside the facets of all these things, it's hard to find the edge.
Okay.
So whether the camera can find the edge and is having a struggle with that, or the sensor itself is having a struggle with that, I don't know. But you know what? It would be a really good experiment. Joe, do you still have your film cameras?
I have a Nikon, yeah. Try it with that.
I was going to just say, what if you shot the same shot and then shot it with film, and then to see if the film came out sharper looking than this? Because we both know, we know they're both going to be sharp, because they're that f14, f11, they're in focus. That's how physics works. But I wonder if it's a sensor issue or if the light issue, because we struggled with it way back in the day. We struggled with it as well. But I don't ever recall shooting jewelry at anything smaller than 4x5. I shot 4x5 and 8x10 for jewelry. So the facets were much larger on the, you can imagine, they're just bigger. But yeah, you would look at it and go, well, that doesn't look in focus. And it was because the edges of especially where there's diamonds next to diamonds, the light bounces all the way through all kinds of different angles, and then it's hard to find the edge to it. But the film should find the edge, because the film isn't it's not electronically searching for something where the pixels are. Pixels are being manufactured, where in film it's not being manufactured, it's being recorded.
It's just there.
Yeah. That'd be an interesting experiment.
Okay. Load the film. I got a couple rolls of black and white sitting there. Maybe I'll load them up and see what I get.
Yep.
That might be a good exercise.
You stopped before you fixed your chain and everything, right?
Yeah. It was just playing with it. I mean, I got a couple with the chain a little bit better in different positions and stuff. And I just wasn't happy with it, so I sort of just abandoned. But I tried the macro lens. I tried 100 macro, 50 macro, and then
here's the place to check. If that chain is in focus, these diamonds are in focus. That guy's in focus. These are in focus. That's just how.
Well, even the rose in the back is pretty much in focus from bottom to top too.
Yep. I think it's that edge.
It was just frustrating.
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
Yeah, it is. All right. Well, good. So a good learning experience, even by a seasoned professional, can have those learning experience moments. Good, man. Very good.
Thanks.
Mark Shaw.
Hi, Don.
Hi, Mark. How are you?
Good.
That's an interesting piece of jewelry. What is it?
You know, my wife and I wondered too. It was something that my mother had. And we sat there thinking, why did she buy this? And I have no idea.
Well, how big is it?
It's about, I'd say maybe about 4 or 5 inches tops.
Oh, you can't see it under there.
Yeah.
And does it?
It might be a scarf pin
Oh,
or
You
something
could
that
be
you
right.
put on a coat lapel.
Yeah, brooch or something. Yeah.
does it have a
Yeah,
pin
I
in the
thought so,
back?
brooch. Sorry?
Does it have a pin in the back or a clip or something?
Yes.
Oh, I bet it's a scarf pin. That would be 5 inches. Would be pretty big for a brooch, though, wouldn't it?
Well, I'm not the best at measurements, so I think probably I'm on the high. I think that's probably a little bit much. All I know is that it didn't take very much to put it down and shoot it.
All
Didn't
right.
need a lot at all.
Well, it's really lovely.
That's why I tried a few other pieces
Now to
of
wear it.
jewelry.
What's that?
Sorry?
Said you need to get your wife a big scarf now so she can wear it.
I'll tell her that.
That's really lovely. All right, so you chose to go with shallow depth of field here. Tell us why.
I shot at F20, and I looked at some of the shots from last year's class, and I thought, okay, I could see that some of the ones that seemed to work, they were doing much the same thing. And I thought I'd rather get the elements in the foreground because I thought they were more interesting.
Two schools of thought of it, two different art directors, right? One art director is going to insist that they be sharp. If they insist that they're going to be sharp, what are you going to do?
Well, I just heard what you said to Joe, so that's probably what I would do. Focus on the rear. No?
No, focus. You can focus stack.
Okay, that was my other choice.
Yeah, you're going to focus stack. Second art director is going to be very happy with this, okay? So there's no right or wrong to it. But this is a perfect one for me to show you a little trick. So let me show you this little trick here. This is not a little trick that we would want Zhao to do with all those diamonds in that bracelet, but that would be painful as hell. But we can do it in something like this. These diamonds, we want them to pop a little more. So I'm going to do my good old-fashioned trick, which is to add a new layer at overlay, fill, grab a brush, make sure white's in the foreground, make sure my flow is about 10%. And I'm going to take this brush down. And now I'm going to take each one of these diamonds. I'm going to do this 2 clicks each. One, 2, 3, 2, 3, 2, 3, 2, 3.
Uh-huh.
Doesn't take much. I'm only doing 3 clicks at 10% opacity. So that's not very much here. And this is what we did.
Yes.
It's like turning the lights on, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you can do that. You can do it down in here as well. With these little, just going to lighten these up here just a little bit. These down in here. Just lighten that up a little bit. I might, if I was really going to play with this, I might go under here, this little bit of a tone here, lighten this up just a little bit. Right up under here. That edge there. This edge. This down in here. Then I'm going to change to black. And I'm going to go in here and I'm just going to darken that area right there. Just give it a little more contrast, you know. Pop it out just to make it feel a little more contrasty. And right around the edge of the diamonds. You see if this works. Yeah, it does. Let's see if I go right at the edge of the diamonds here. It's one click. That's all I'm doing. Just one click. And then we turn it off. On.
Significant difference.
Significant. And yet really almost nothing when you look at the.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Very
You can certainly do that with your diamonds and stuff. And then, you know, you can even get more punchy by blowing it up. It's hard to do with a very low res scan like this, but you can actually come in, and you would not do this, ladies and gentlemen, for a, 40 image catalog thing where you're getting $100 a pop or $50 a pop. That's not what they're looking for. But if this was an ad and you're getting $1,500, $2,000 for it, I would come in here and I'd go and work each individual facet like this. Just bring that guy out like that. Come in here, lighten each one of these facets up just to make it really present super well. Not hitting the whole thing. I'm only getting wherever it's light, I'm going to make it lighter. Wherever it's dark, I'm going to leave it alone so that the facet still looks like a facet. Just adding contrast to it. Turn it off. Turn it on. Do you see them? So they pop.
Mm-hmm.
So you can do that as well. But it's a very nice shot.
Thanks, Don.
Really nice shot. Really nice piece of jewelry. That's really cool.
I like it. Personally, I'm hoping my wife will wear it more often.
Yeah,
It's a brooch, right?
It's either a brooch or a scarf pin.
Oh, yeah.
I was calling it a brooch for the longest time.
Could be. Could be. It's just a really neat. I just love stuff like that, and I love when people are brave enough to wear it. To step up and wear something different. Have you seen there's a couple of women who are over 50 who have Instagram pages, and they are very fashionable. They wear all kinds of really crazy clothes and stuff. I just love that. I just think that's so neat that they're able to go out and express themselves and dress the way, they want to without feeling the pressure. I just read something a couple of weeks ago. It says, if you're over 50, you should never wear jeans. It's like, oh, fuck you. Excuse my French, but
that's insane.
I'm not going there.
No apology needed.
That's insane.
That is French, right, Carmen?
Kinda.
Okay, kind of. Okay, well, it's kind of French. Yeah, I'm just not. And I think I feel sorry for anybody who lets somebody dictate to them what they can and cannot wear because of their age. Sorry, not going.
I think, well, remember, those people went through that mini stage of their lives at a very formative time. So
they may not have
left that box yet.
Stuck in the MIDI stage.
Yeah,
no. They were programmed that they had to be a certain way.
Yeah, that's very true. You're very right, Carmen. They haven't
broken the programming.
There was a way of dressing. If you wore a skirt, it had to be this length. And women who should never have worn midi skirts wore mini skirts. And women who should never have worn middies wore middies because that was the fashion.
Right.
And
so
now
if you're told
it's
that
like
you can't wear jeans, they don't believe it.
Don't believe it. Don't believe it at all. I hope you guys are. Those of you who are over 50 should be actively following Aegis because
I've seen that. Yeah.
I really, really enjoy that place, and they're very active in trying to get rid of this Aegis mentality. I don't know if they ever will, but I'm on board to help try.
Sounds good.
All right, Pierre.
Hey, guys.
That's just elegant, man.
Thank you.
What made you decide on blue?
For the gel,
Yeah.
I just wanted to give it some kind of contrast. It's actually like a tea, I don't know, like an aqua or something.
Well, it reminds it's very much the orange teal, the warm teal cinema thing.
Uh-huh.
Very
Yeah,
cinematic.
yeah.
And I think it's the right choice for her skin tone and everything.
I thought it put something to it. Thank you.
And I love this, little details here. I love this little wisp of hair because it makes the whole thing real. It's real, because if you had an overzealous art director, overzealous stylist, they'd be up here, painting it with hairspray to make everything. And I hated that. I would always tell them, stop it. I don't mind if there's a few hairs out of place, because that's life. I don't want my pictures to look, people would say, well, they look too perfect. And I would say, it's not too perfect. They don't look real. And I never liked that. I like this a lot. I like the way the blue is catching these little crystals right in here. The blue almost has no effect on the color of the silver here, but where it does, it just pulls in that blue. It's so very nice, and your angle is perfect. It looks like, is it a grid?
Yes, it's a grid and a gel.
Yeah, because you've only got it on the plate of the face here. It doesn't even extend up to the hairline or to the neck much at all.
Took a lot of finagling to aim it just right.
Oh gosh,
to get it right.
Oh man, yeah. It's so hard when it's a strobe. When it's a continuous light, it's so easy. When it's a strobe, so you ask your model, your talent, can you see the flash? And they're like, what? It's like, oh, never mind.
Right. Right.
I'm obviously asking way too much of you. It's like, never mind. Just sit and look pretty. We'll do the rest.
Right.
Yeah. Really good shot.
Thank you.
And it's graphic as hell too. Graphic as hell. We have the round. We have the round down here. We have the round of the hair, the round of the hair, the round of the face, and then we have this band. So it just, everywhere you look, it stands out. There's no way you look at this picture and don't see that necklace. No way. And yet there's no way you look at the necklace and not see the young lady wearing it. That's a powerful shot, man. Really well done.
Thank you. Yeah, I have her, profile because I wanted to show the necklace and not make it too, personal about her, so.
Absolutely. Yeah. Well, see, here's the thing. It's bare shoulders, right? So that's always it's always a little sexy, right? The moment she looks at us, it's all about her. It's all about her. It's a really pretty girl wearing a necklace. When she looks away, and because of what you've done here with the lighting, when she looks away, it's a necklace being worn by a pretty girl. And that's the difference. We talked about it in fashion. You can take the same black swimsuit, put it on the same model, and have her looking at the camera fetchingly, and it's a glamour shot, right? She stands up and looks away, and it's a fashion shot.
Fashion, yeah.
The same, the clothes are the same, the girl's the same, everything's the same. You've made it a fashion shot because they're looking away. You get a room full of teenage girls. Well, probably not as much now as before because kids don't look at Vogue anymore. But you used to say, everybody Vogue out, and the girls would all go like this or like this or like this. They all instinctively knew, don't look at the camera. That was voguing out, don't look at the camera. They knew it because they looked at the magazine, and it becomes entrenched in them that models don't look at the camera. Some do. That does, nothing is 100%, one way, but some do, but many don't. Most of the time you want them looking away or looking nonplussed or looking unreal because they're mannequins. In fact, that's what they're called in France. Carmen, they still calling models mannequins in France, right?
Yes. Yeah. A mannequin.
Yeah. What's it called? A mannequin?
Mannequin. It's that. It's a nasal sounding.
Yeah.
Mannequin. And
Yeah.
I may not even be saying it right, but it's got an N on the end and a vowel before it. It's nasally.
Yes, and a translation of mannequin into English was model.
Yes.
So that's why they use it. But in reality, that's what you're doing. You're hiring a mannequin, a living mannequin, to show the clothes on. So really nice shot, Pierre.
Thank you.
Great idea. Really good execution. Oh, and by the way, can I say that highlight is perfect.
No, thank you.
I just had to have that highlight. Without that highlight, nope.
That's a diffused octave kind of.
Yeah. Yep. I think using the same technique I just did on the previous shot, you could go in and brighten this just a little bit.
You know what? I actually did, but yeah, I could go more. I could go more.
Just a little more. Not much. Not much. Don't overdo it. If it, this could start looking like it's painted on if we're not careful. Just a little bit.
Okay.
Really super, man. Really nice.
Okay. Thanks again.
You guys are great. This is shot of the week, my ass. I don't know how I'm going to do this. All right.
I have a question.
Yes, sir.
I didn't catch Carmen's behind the scenes. Could you show that? That's a beautiful shot. Oh,
yes.
Okay.
Natural light. We
Great.
were making. I was saying that I have a friend who shoots jewelry who does not believe you can shoot jewelry under natural light. Now, honestly, I think he's confusing modified natural light with taking jewelry out and shooting it in the sun. But I live in Phoenix, where we do not have natural light product shooters here. We don't, because it's 100 billion degrees outside. It's just not going to happen. But in New York, there are natural light. In fact, I have to look this guy up. I promised to look him up. He is a photographer that shoots 8x10 film, natural light food. So if you want natural light shot on 8x10 film, he's your guy. Busy every day. Because there's enough people who want that done, and he's providing that service. He's niched it right down. There's a lot of art photographers still shooting 8x10 film, but there are very few commercial shooters doing it. And by the way, 8x10 film is $39 per pop.
You better make that sheet good,
You better know what you're doing.
Yep.
You better know what you're doing. I think a lot of them do all their test shots on digital, bring a 30, test it on digital, make sure the light's exactly what they want, then commit it to the film. But $39 a pop. I know my friend. I know why my friend Ben, who goes on those hikes with that 8x10 camera, sometimes he goes out and he comes back and he didn't even take a shot. $39 a pop. You better know you want that picture. It's not like, that looks good. Let me see what that looks like. No. I want to know what that's going to look like before.
A lot of thinking about it.
$40.
Thinking and planning.
Yeah. All right. Very good. Was it this class last week that I was in and I discovered the cheap flash from Amazon? Is that's this group?
What flash was that?
All right. Well, I was looking. I wanted to find this I lost my other one, so I wanted to find. I got to turn the share off because I got to share this with you guys. It's crazy stuff. I was looking for this. Okay, a diffuser.
A Stolfin, yeah.
Yeah, and so on Amazon, and Amazon takes me to this page that had this flash on it. This is the Godox TT522. And it comes with, that's right.
Oh, wow, nice.
It also comes with a flash. And that flash comes with this nifty little tape-on Velcro thing that you can take this nifty little thing that comes with it, and you can Velcro it on the front like this. And then this little guy right here holds gels, and it comes with 4 gels.
Wow, where was that 20 years ago? You know,
No kidding. And it comes with, of course,
much to make you happy.
Of course, it comes with one of these guys because they all send one of these guys, the thing that everybody doesn't ever use.
The stand, yeah.
And it comes with a trigger.
Oh, wow, you can't beat that.
But I'm not finished.
But wait.
But wait. This is a USB light.
USB LED, yeah.
LED. Plug it in, you got a little light for your computer or whatever. And it's bendable.
How much was this? Oh, no.
Oh, my God.
A bag.
Okay. An old kit.
Now, are you ready for this?
Say it costs $20.
Oh, for just
$40.
Oh, right. Wait. Act now and you get
$40.
Can't beat that with a brick.
Now, it's a dumb flash, so there's no ETTL or any of that stuff. I don't use that anyway. I bought it, guys, for $40. I bought it. I mean, I
can't beat that with a brick. Yeah.
When I go out on my motorcycle rides, I've always wanted to take a flash. I don't want to bastardize my kits because I have everything, you know, these triggers for these lights and all that stuff. I thought for $40, it's a guide number 33, so it's not the powerful flash. So if you consider it like the 2 Nikons or the 2 Canons, it's the lower end Canon speed, guide number 33. However, I want you to watch this. Half power. You see the little half power?
Mm-hmm.
You see the little it's ready to go light? Check out the recycle speed.
Oh, wow.
Come on.
At half power, that's pretty
damn.
Yeah.
That's really good.
I did 9 shots yesterday before it hesitated to come on. 9 in a row that fast. I'm like, my Canon doesn't
stroboscopic.
My Canon doesn't even do that. And when I'm using these things, I'm usually down around 8 power, quarter power, you know.
Yeah, they've got it.
For $40 stinking dollars.
Yeah,
what's the model of that thing, Don?
It's the TT522.
2, all right.
And they list all the great, it has a list of the features. Like it features this. It's got an on and off switch.
And the trigger. Oh, that's great.
But it's got the trigger.
Tell me if it's available here.
It probably is because it's Godox. Everything's available in Europe. So, and the trigger works great.
The
trigger works on the Canon and the Nikon, which, by the way, 2 of my other trigger sets do not work. Well, I have one trigger set that only works on the Canon. On the Nikon, it gets 1 flash. Then you have to take it off, put it back on 1 flash. Then I have another set that works on the Nikon well, and on the Canon skips about every 4th flash. This works bang, bang, bang on every camera I own. The cheapest trigger I own.
You might need to get another one.
You know, to take one of these things and put a little grid spot on it, use this handy little guy here to add a little pop of light on a still life, you know, for $40.
Do you like the MagMod system?
I do like it. I don't have it, but I do like it. I have the
what's the other, Rogue or something? The
shoot. It's a guy's name. Photographer came up with
handle the one of the original Strobist, right? Yeah. What's his name?
Oh yeah, Honel or something.
Yeah.
Do you know if that thing works with the X triggers from Godox as well?
No, I do not. No, I don't.
Mm.
It's a 4-channel. It's a 4-channel on the back. I would imagine. I would not say for sure, but I would imagine that Godox will work with all Godox.
Yeah.
I would.
Oh yeah, is that what you're saying? Yeah.
It's €70.
Is that how much is €70 to $40? Pretty much the same.
It's almost the double.
It's almost $80.
Yeah.
Oh wow, maybe they have it under another name in Europe.
I could say
that's flash. I have a Godox ThinkLight TT520 Mark II, and it has an emitter for Nikon Canon camera.
I could say insert snarky Euro comment at this point, but I'm not going to do that.
Thank you.
You're best.
Well, it's not about the coin, you know.
Huh?
It's not really about the coin.
No. But it is.
There's other factors there.
But Godox goes under a lot of.
Yeah, I think most of Godox's triggers should work with other Godox triggers, but you could if you're are you on Amazon, Carmen?
Yeah,
Carmen.
Amazon in France.
Does Amazon do they have the question? Does anyone ask that question there?
It's in French. I have to really. No, nobody's asked a question on this.
Carmen, try to check Alibaba.
Alibaba.
Yeah, Alibaba.com. I bought my AD200 there. It was like €60 cheaper than any other
Alibaba or
Europeans. One of them. I think they are pretty much the same.
Yeah, but at Alibaba you have to buy it. I think that's the one for wholesale, where you have to buy.
So it's AliExpress, yes.
Yeah. Let's see.
Do you like your AD200?
Yeah.
I borrowed
it's amazing.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah, as far as flashes go, I think it's the best bang on the market.
Yeah, it is. I bought the round modifier as well. It's amazing.
Yeah, I bought the kit. I bought the whole thing. I got the round modifier, the bare bulb, the gels, everything for it, and I couldn't be more pleased. Back in the day, I used a thing called a Norman 200B, which was you had a big battery about this big, and it had a strap you wore around your neck, and then you had a flash head on a handle. And the idea was that you'd hold the handle up, or you could screw it on a stand or something, and it had a cord that ran down. And I used that thing all the time. It had two settings: full, 200 watt seconds, and half, 100 watt second. That was it. And remember, we had flash syncs of 1/80th of a second back then. The F3 was a 1/80th of a second flash sync. The F2, the Nikon F2, which you never met a photographer, a Nikon shooter, that didn't have an F2 in their bag. The reason we bought an F2 is because it had a 250th of a shutter sync. And the reason was the F2 had a vertical shutter where all the other cameras had width shutters. It's farther to travel, right?
Oh, yeah.
So why don't they make them all vertical? Ask yourself that. Why do they continue to make shutters that do this when this is a shorter distance to travel? I don't know. Nikon, when they moved to their F4, stayed with the width shutter. When they did the F5, stayed with the width shutter. F6 stayed with the width shutter. They got shutter speeds, I think, flash sync on an F6 is 125th of a second or something like that. That's it. And it could be 350th of a second. Now that's a film camera if they'd gone vertical. But I guess they were saving that for another time. when you have to upgrade. Michelle just came in. Michelle, did we see? Do you have a picture for us to look at?
Hey, Don. No, I don't today.
Okay. All right. Well, you came in right at the end of this thing. Did you know that?
No, I was here at the beginning.
Oh, you were?
Yep. I've been
Wow.
listening.
Your name was not on my list. I have a little list of people here until just like 3 minutes ago. You popped up.
I wonder if it's a Zoom upgrade or something.
Boy, Zoom and me I've been in love with Zoom for 2 years, and we're gonna have a serious chat because I've been having some issues with Zoom.
I'm on an old iPad, so I don't know.
I wonder. Yeah. Here's what I want you guys to do. Just remember this. Whenever you come in, say something. Say like, "Hi, Don," or "Hi, everybody," or something like that. Because I think you said something, Michelle, or you made a noise and your name appeared. Because I didn't hear a bell. I usually get a bell when someone comes on.
Okay.
So,
Are you able to see everybody at once, Don?
I have a list. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 names and an arrow. When I hit the arrow, I have 6 names, but some of the names are the same. Like Zhao appears on the same list. So I have Mark, Joe, Pierre, Carmen, Michelle, Zhao, and Michelle. Yeah, no, that's it. So it's just changing because of my name. So I don't see that, but I do get an arrow and I hear a bell when it comes on, but I didn't see Michelle at all. I would not have ignored you, Michelle.
Yeah, that's, I don't know. Maybe it's working differently.
Gotta check something.
Comment next time.
I gotta check something real quick. Hold on, everybody. Who's got some great shoot plans going on?
Well, I was going to ask you about wet.
Yes.
Don, I looked at that and I'm sitting there thinking, okay, when I looked at what the art director wants, and then I looked at those videos, I thought, we're talking several different things here. The videos are talking about how to shoot glasses or this sort of thing, whereas these guys the pictures all suggest people, and I'm thinking, can we do this either way or what?
Yeah, absolutely. All you're doing is showing wet. What does the word wet mean? And what I want people to do is, if you start heading to the local pool, you're not thinking far enough out of the box.
Okay.
So here's wet. What about a hand holding a hose with the water bubble, right?
Yeah.
How about the side of a car, a really neat car, and it's got all the water bubbles on it? What about a glass of iced tea with all the condensation making a little puddle at the bottom? You see what I'm saying? It can be 100 things other than somebody in a swimming pool. What about?
Fair enough.
I was thinking, what about hold on for a second. Come on. This is not fair. I do like, by the way, I got to tell you, I really do like my new phone. I've never been as excited about a piece of gear as that. But my new phone, I don't have to push a button. Once it sees my lovely face, it just turns on.
What is it?
Face ID.
It's the iPhone XS.
Okay.
The XS Max. I went all out for it. I don't plan on getting another phone for quite a while. Anybody who spends the kind of money I spent on a phone needs to have their head examined.
Shouldn't need it, but they got another one coming out in a few months,
Yeah, well, they're getting to the point where they're having to really kind of stretch for really kind of stretch for new features, right?
Yeah.
And the XS is the dual cam, right?
It's the dual camera, right?
Yeah. I got the XR as well. It's only one cam, but it's more than enough for what a phone should have.
Well, the 7 was everything. I really
got the 7. I love it.
I was very happy. I
had the 7 before as well.
7 in, and I didn't trade it in. I'm keeping it as a video camera.
Mm-hmm.
So I can do video from 2 sides. I can have an A camera and a B camera now. I can do
Yeah.
like me on the 7 and have the XS over to one side to get a second view. Have the video be beautiful. I mean, that 4K video off those things is just astounding.
It is. It is.
And I was never unhappy, ever was I unhappy with the image quality off the 7. The image quality off this one is a little bit better, but is it by a $1,400 phone better? No, it is not. But it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. It does a lot of things really well, and I like what it does. So yeah, wet. I just want you guys to think out of the box. I'll do a little video this afternoon, talk a little bit more about wet. All right.
Okay.
Thank you.
What about a really
Great, thanks.
really muscled? If you could find a guy that's got worked out, right? Got the big pecs and the whole bit, and just put like tanning oil on him, right? And then just poured a bucket of water over his head.
Splash him, yeah. Or pour, yeah.
Yeah, right. I thought about if you want to really do something fun, how about a water balloon? You get a young lady, right, and you have her hold the water balloon over. Now, here's the key: you got to tie her hair back. Her hair's got to be like slick back because she's going to get wet, right? And you want to make it so easy to go in and towel her off real quick. Get ready. She's got holding a water balloon up here, right? Somebody pricks the water balloon, so you got a hand coming in with a dart, and boom, that water, and you catch the water before it gets to her.
Oh, so it can be before, yeah. It doesn't have to.
Sure, because in a very short period of time, she's gonna be wet.
Wet.
Yep. So yeah, think way outside the box. You can't go wrong on this because it's a concept shot.
Yeah.
Awesome.
The only way you can go wrong is to go like totally in the box. A pool floaty or something. It's like, come on, we got to go farther than that. We have to push farther than that.
State fair dunk shot.
If it was the right state fair dunk shot, it could be pretty damn cool.
Yeah, if it was lit right and everything.
I was just gonna say, Pierre, I'd have to light it. I just can't be somebody in the shade. I'd have to bring in some side lights and a spotlight on his face. I'd have to have the right face, the guy going like that.
Yeah,
absolutely. But yeah, that could work.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Any other questions? All right, guys. Have a great weekend. Make some great photographs. I'll put up a little video about wet to get everybody's juices flowing. Did you catch that?
That's cool, Don.
Ha 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 ha.
Okay, Don.
And I'll check back with you later. Take care, guys.
Have a good one.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Thanks, guys. See you next week.